On Sunday, the Carolina Panthers played the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was a great game. There were bets and things like that saying that the Philadelphia Eagles were a two-touchdown favorite, which means 14 points. Carolina was a 14-point underdog, and I thought that was ridiculous because anybody who's watched the Carolina Panthers the last 5 weeks, they have been playing hard, and Bryce Young in particular has been balling out, being like a totally different player from when he started at the beginning of the season, even his rookie season. He's been playing like Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, Bryce Young, making great plays. And this game had that. Played a wonderful game. Came down to the wire. There's a thing on social media about that last minute or so when they're driving. He's in the end zone, evading players. They're pulling at him. He's twisting and turning. He rolls to the left, throws a 30-yard bomb to Xavier Legette for a first down. It's keeping the drive alive. And then it was another play. It was like downs like third. It was third down, and it was close. And he threw a pass to the left, hit Adam Thielen again, like he did against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a great game, but they came up short. Philadelphia Eagle fans, y'all won the game. It was 22-16. Now the Philadelphia Eagles are 11-2. The Carolina Panthers are 3-10. So it was a close match, great game, a great watch. And for those who on the Carolina side, even though they lost, there's a lot of hope because of Bryce Young and his play, and the whole team, Dave Canales, Dan Morgan, the GM, playing some really, really tough, gritty, great ball. And Bryce Young, even though he made these great plays, there's something he did in particular I thought was the greatest play. Once again, on social media, it shows him screaming to the left and throwing the ball. There's a time when he's running. They call it the shoestring tackle. He's running, somebody's pulling at his jersey and ripped fabric off, and he's running and things trying to score a touchdown. And a lot of great plays that he made. But the greatest play I thought he made, well, I call it the GOAT, the greatest of all time, came about the second quarter. Not sure what happened. He threw a pass. I'm not sure if it was completed, or it was incomplete. But another player on the team from the Philadelphia Eagles, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who plays the free safety, he got hurt. And when he was hurting, he for what they were showing from the cameras, he was writhing in pain. And they had all the medics came out. They got him off the field, put him in the blue tent. But there's a shot of, or a picture of, an image or video of Bryce Young standing where he is, head bowed, and he's praying. And if you're looking at it, it could be looked at possibly, which is not. If you were there live at the game, that like Bryce had his head down, he may be trying to listen for a play, but clearly from the TV screen, you can tell that Bryce had his head down, his eyes closed, and he was praying. I believe, I'm not sure what he was praying for, but I believe that he was praying for C.J. Gardner-Johnson and his health and so forth. And so it was an incredible moment. There's many times, this isn't the first time this happened, when you see players, especially when a player gets injured, you see players get on their knee, as a sign of respect. Some are praying, and some players, they huddle together, praying, especially the severity of the injury, and it's really terrible. You see people praying together and commend on that. But it's just something about on Sunday when you see this one player who's having a great game, and in the midst of just kind of walking and he's kind of by himself, but it looks like he's with the players and about to huddle up, but he's clearly bowing his head, and you can see he is mouthing something, and it looks like he's praying for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And so it makes me think about, it comes from the word, there's encouragement from this guy named Paul. Talk a lot about Paul. Paul's got a lot of great stuff about prayer. And Paul says this about prayer in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. He says, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. So here we have this player, Bryce Young, who is clear he's made a turnaround and playing some really, really great football, and there's a lot of hope for the Carolina Panthers, and we do believe we have our quarterback now. But in the midst of having this great game and this upswing, you can easily be about yourself and be caught up in the moment, be caught up in your fields, be caught up in what you're doing and what you're achieving and so forth. Even though you might say the right things, but in your head, you're in your head and you feeling yourself. But here we have just a moment of humility where this player doing really well stops for a moment, and you can visibly see him pray for another person, even an opponent praying for them. What a moment. And I think his prayers worked because, and I think a lot of people pray, not just Bryce. A lot of people are praying. So give credit, everybody's praying, and just God's grace and mercy. And just kind of use this as a point. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson got back on the field. I mean, he was just out, and they took him to the tent. Next thing you know, he comes back, and check this out. The Joker intercepted Bryce Young's pass. I'm like, Bryce, dude, you prayed too hard because he just intercepted your pass when Carolina was driving, towards halftime. He intercepted the ball. It was a great interception. So, you got that in mind. And Philadelphia fans like, yep, But what a great moment. And just want to encourage you in your life today as you're going about your life, whether you're at work, whether you're at play, whether you're at home with the kids, wherever it's happening in your life, that just take a moment and pray. And I want to challenge you again that you pray for somebody else, not pray for God, let me have a good day. God bless me. God give me the strength. God give me the wisdom. God give me the insight, which is all good. But pray for someone else who's going through. And when you look at this particular game, which is interesting, you've got Bryce Young and you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. You got the Carolina Panthers, Philadelphia Eagles, two teams clashing for one goal trying to win, where you have a player from another team praying for somebody else for them to get well, which is really the big thing. That is the main thing. It's not who's going to win the game, but it's about that person's livelihood and how they live their lives. So we get that. We see that, and Bryce made a GOAT play, something I know I'm going to take, and I pray that you be encouraged as well. And so remember to be love and to be inspiration and to be encouragement for all those around you. And we will see you soon.